I will never sell my plumbing company, and neither should you. Here's why. The concept of this hyper-individuality that we have as Americans is, quite frankly, completely foreign to most of human history. If you were born to a family that owned a deli 100 years ago, you grew up working in the deli. If you were born to a blacksmith's family in the medieval ages, Middle Ages, you grew up and you became a blacksmith. If you were the son of a prince, then one day you would become a king. Why is it that in 2025, we expect young people with no concept of who they are and what life is about? Why do we expect them to pick their career paths? Quite frankly, it's kind of insane, don't you think? I mean, look, most young people at 18, 19, 20 are not mature enough to make the kind of decisions, life-changing decisions, to decide what career path they're going to go down. Now, am I saying that this individuality is all bad? No, of course not. I mean, I wouldn't be a plumber myself if I didn't have the opportunity to pick and choose my career. But it's different, you see, because I've made that choice for myself. And so with my children, their career by default, my sons specifically, their career by default, they will become plumbers. Okay? That will be part of their identity. Your father is a plumber, and you're going to work in the company, and you're going to become a plumber. Now, if they decide they want to do something else, am I going to force them to stay? Of course not. Like, I love my sons. I'll support them in whatever they decide to do. But I do think it is important to at least have the option to give your sons or daughters an opportunity to work in the family business and to earn their identity as your child in this career path. I mean, think of how fortunate we are to be tradesmen. We have freedom that most people don't have. Most people have to answer to HR, okay? They can't say what they really want to say. Whether they like Donald Trump or don't like him, they're not allowed to say it because, God forbid, that HR lady doesn't like what they say and reports them, and then they get fired for their political views, right? I mean, most people don't have the kind of freedom that we have where if you want to work, 9 months out of the year and take 3 months off, you can do that as a tradesman. You just work your butt off for 9 months, save your money, don't work for 3 months. That's fine. You have time freedom. I mean, you can work 8 to 4, or you can work 4 p.m. to midnight if you choose. It doesn't matter. You get to choose in this industry, and we should be thinking about how we can give our children those opportunities where they get that freedom. And not only do they get that freedom, but they get a chance to start their life with a skill set that 99% of people don't have. And it's going to set them up for success long term because they're not going to have student loan debt. They're going to have real world skills. You're setting your children up for success. And so the reason I will never sell my plumbing company is because I love my children. And I want to give them the opportunity to get ahead, even if it means that I don't make as much money as I could. Let's say I sell my plumbing company tomorrow and I can get a couple $100,000 or $1 million or whatever it is. Or I sell out to some private equity firm and I keep my minority partnership in the company, and then 5 years from now there's a big payout and I end up making $1 million total. For what? It's just money. Give your children an opportunity to get ahead. When my kids are old enough, I'm going to help them buy their first house. And here's another thing. Don't sell your children your company. That's ridiculous. Give them your company. Make them earn it, right? Make them work hard. But you're going to give your company to your children. You're not going to sell. Okay? Whenever I listen to Dave Ramsey sometimes, and when I hear a caller call in like, "Oh yeah, I'm buying the business from my dad," like, pardon my French here, but what a piece of crap. What a piece of shit dad you have if he's going to sell you the company. And with usury, much less. Selling your company to your child with usury at interest. What is wrong with you? So, all I can say is for myself, me personally, I will never sell my plumbing company. My children have a default path that is going to put them ahead of 90% of people. As a self-employed plumber, I make more than 90% of all Americans. I'm in the top 10% income-wise. And I don't work harder than 90% of Americans either, to be completely honest. Like, it's a good life. And I want to give my kids that. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I'm going to give it to them. I'm not going to sell it to them. And so don't sell out your company and give your kids your company. Don't be greedy. Do the right thing. I hope that was helpful. Thanks for listening to me rant. Have a great day. Peace.